gonna keep her moving on. I'm gonna run till I drop to the break of dawn. Never gonna stop till I see the light. Feeling high, my little lady. I'm gonna take it to the other side. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car. You can get me high, high, high. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car. We're gonna get real. Oh, I'm feeling good. My little lady, she's gonna take me to the other side. I'm feeling nice, my little lady. She's gonna keep me moving on. I'm gonna run till I drop to the break of dawn. Never gonna stop, she's gonna treat me right. I'm feeling good, my little lady. She's gonna take me to the other side. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car. And you can get me high, high, high. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car. And we're gonna get real. Come on, baby. Let's take a ride. I don't know where we're gonna go, but first, let's dance. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car, and you can get me high, high, high. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too much. Take a ride in my car, and we're gonna get real. Oh,
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about AstroWorld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at AstroWorld is we hold astrophotography chats Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we just talk astrophotography. It's more of a techie kind of advanced, and it's more of a newbie. So if you want to check us out, if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people, like to go off the rails a little bit, have fun while we're doing it, come check us out at AstroWorld.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optilong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to AstroWorldWeb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. I'm tearing out my head, but I don't know where to go. Together, yeah. Oh, it's so good to be together.
on my telescope now. What's wrong with this thing? Lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? You want things right, while they choose to things wrong. If I want that fine line, I'll always take the fall. If I just do left, I can hear from the right. I sleep all day long, and I'm dreaming through the night. I wonder what it was that made me want you. She couldn't understand what made me hard. She's climbing in and out my open window. I'm laying here alone and cold and drained. Yeah. So take another breath and come up for your oxygen. And now you wanna kiss the flesh and blood of every man, every man. And when the moon is full and the wolves were held, she swam across the lake just to get to my house. Yes. And she said, I want more. Give me more. Disgusting stuff. I want more. A little bit of. Give me more. Disgusting stuff. Disgusting stuff. She looks upon a world that's dark and tangled. I never saw her turn her head in shame. She's standing in and out the open window. I'm lying here alone, cold and gray. So take another breath and come up for your oxygen. Hey, you know you wanna kiss the flesh and blood of every man, every man. Well, we all took turns hanging spot of the world. I never realized they had stuck with us, man. And she said, I want more. Give me more disgusting stuff. A little bit of disgusting stuff. Disgusting stuff. Oh, you make me stop. Disgusting stuff. A little bit of disgusting stuff. Give me more disgusting stuff. Yeah, a little bit of disgusting stuff.
Hi, everyone. Dan here. And I just wanted to put a little snippet about AstroWorld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community. And I want to get the word out to some other people. So, what we do at AstroWorld is we hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at astroworldweb.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optilong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to astroworldweb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Absolutely. What's going on? Everybody blasting the chat away. Norm, Charity, Tom. Who else is in there? Anybody else in there? We got the usual suspects. Dave, uh Tom, Peter, Dave. I know it's 14 people and only 5 people in the chat looking like. So what's going on, people? We're here again on another Friday night, and I think there's a couple of things we need to talk through over the next couple of depending. Friday night, the week of the 17th, is supposed to be Cherry Springs Star Party, so I may or may not be able to run the show that night, depending on the weather. Depending on the weather, if
Okay.
so.
We'll have to talk about this so I can start learning V Mixer or whatever it is and whatever.
I don't know, man, or just start a Zoom and whatever, just to be.
Yeah, something. Who knows?
And I was also thinking, we usually give away something 4th of July, and that week we usually give away something, and I'm thinking that on that the 5th of July, which is a Wednesday, I think that on the day that our nation claimed their independence and did what they got to do to get under the tyranny of the Brits. I figured because of the birth of the country, we give away the closet of death on on the 5th of July. So we'll do that on the 5th of July. I figured we do that on that. I thought it'd be like a nice little ironic kind of thing. So
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So yeah,
everybody.
hey, Corin's here. Corin's still up, man. Corin, you need to go to bed, brother. Man, you up late.
Yeah, man.
Charity, what's happening?
Charity, hey.
So tonight, I you know what? I have a little bit of a conundrum.
A conundrum.
I have a conundrum.
An enigma.
Now, an enigma. It's an enigma. It's a conundrum. It's a puzzle inside of a puzzle. What they do? They defrocked me. No, sorry. Well, here we go. But hey, so I'm thinking I got everything settled, right, Eric? I got everything settled with the Giotto. I got everything settled with the Alto. I'm still having a weird error in Nina that it's showing when it goes open, it doesn't show open. So there's a max attempt button. If you hit the 3 buttons, you can change the amount of attempts, and you can continue to do that up to like 50 times. So I just raised it a bunch, so it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing anything wrong. It was moving the panel open, but it's not moving fast enough to go to the next action. So it's showing as not open while it's still opening. So it triggers the open of the flat panel, and while it's opening, before it goes fully open, it moves to the next error. So it gives the open an error.
Oh, okay.
So I just changed the number of. I got to try that tomorrow. It's a little clear. It's not clear tonight. So I'll try it another night.
I mean, test that out, because can't you simply bring your setup in, or at least you got multiple mounts, set that up on the Pegasus indoors with everything right there, and set up maybe like a little lab or something, or setup, and do all your testing to make sure everything is supposed to work before you set it aside.
Well, it's just the Alto, and it doesn't really affect really anything at this point,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, it's just an annoyance. You see the little red X at Nina, and even though things are going around. How do you connect the Alto? What piece of equipment are you hooking it up with? So what I use Nina, and it's USB and power. That's it. However, I think you mean hardware, I think is what you're talking about. So I have a super long, everybody
Super.
saw it, 750 millimeter dovetail. And it goes because it's a, if it wasn't such a long OTA, because it is a 5-inch refractor, um, it's just so long. So I needed a long dovetail to extend to the front of the dew shield, right? So, and I just used a single clamp from Prima Luce, and it attaches right to the alto, and it hooks right on to the bottom of the dovetail. So,
Right.
got a lot of doggies barking. I don't know.
It's like, yeah, that thing is like that's like me when I was in Catholic school. That thing is so long. That freaking dovetails like it was in Catholic school, like with the nuns with the paddles. Swap.
Yep. Oh yeah.
The something's
yeah.
almost 8 feet long.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I went to Catholic school, so I feel you.
They
we
didn't.
had,
They didn't do it like rap on the knuckles. No, they were all like swap. Everybody bend over, swap.
oh yeah, we had one nun right there. She was a short little thing. So, sorry, anybody who's in there out there that's religious, I apologize.
They're the scariest ones. I've had those the little nuns. I mean, they've had some power.
Oh yeah, you know what they did? We called her Yoda.
Oh my gosh!
And you know why we called her Yoda? Because you know what, she could hurt you by just thinking about it, and she just look at you the wrong way, and you may as well just wet yourself because it's like it was a scary thing. If you did something wrong,
Yep, that's it. Dave's asking, how are you controlling it in Nina?
Okay, so Nina, all you got to do is go to the Prima Luce Lab website under downloads and download the PLL ASCOM cover calibrator driver. That's all. It's an ASCOM driver, and you just dump it into Nina, and you use the open and close flat panel actions on the Nina instructions, and dump that into your advanced sequencer, and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have the flat panel connection, but no alto. Okay, so that's not a problem. So you have these. This is what you have. I just happen to have them right here. It's funny. I have crap all over the place. You know me, I'm a mess. And it actually says alto one. But you have these. These are your little nylon screws that go into the Giotto, that go against your dew shield to hold it in place, right? So this is what you do. You still going to use the PLL flat panel Silicon Labs driver. It's ASCOM, and you could run the flat panel, the flat wizard, and you know what? It's really cool. I figured it out. You could do the dynamic brightness, right, instead of the dynamic exposure. What that means is that in order to get that 50 or 60% histogram that you want in a flat, right, you could leave it at, like, let's say 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And the panel will go bright as it needs to be at that 50%. And what that helps you with, what's helping me with, is that I only need to take one set of flat darks, because everything's 2 seconds. So you can make your flat dark library. You don't have to worry about it. I have two, because my brightness on the Giotto is so bright, right? These dogs are barking. I don't know what they're barking about, but even at 1 or 2 out of 100, it's bright, and at least it's bright enough for the luminance. So I have to do a 1 second luminance flat, and 2 seconds everything else. And even up to the S2, even up to the S2, I'm only at 68% on the flat panel.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm able to do 2 seconds on everything with the exception of the luminance. I can't do 2 seconds because I can't get it dim enough.
You can't get it dim enough, right?
Yep.
Right.
Any other questions out there?
I have a flat panel connection, but no auto. Are you using a dome controller?
If it's not the flat, what is
if
that?
it's not the flat panel, it's the Giotto. What controls it in Nina?
The flat panel. The Giotto is your flat panel.
If it's not the flat panel, it's the Giotto. Yeah, there's one and the same.
Yeah. So the Giotto is the flat panel, and then
Yeah.
you just download the ASCOM driver from Prima Luce, and you just dump it in as a flat panel. It'll say PLL. You know what? Actually, my Eagle's on.
Yeah, you show it.
My Eagle's on. I could log in real quick and show you.
Yep.
Instead of just talking about it, because a lot of people like, visuals. So do I.
Yep. Yeah.
And what I could do is I'll pull this up. I'll pull this up. I'll pull Prima Luce Lab up. Prima Luce. Everybody was having fun making fun of me on the admin's channel about eating Germany chocolates. Germany chocolates are also named Giotto, apparently. I did not know this.
Yeah.
So of course that's going to make for another Dan Higgins AstroWorld fun short. So so I'm going to figure out something with that. But here we go. So here is the Prima Luce Lab site.
Yep.
Okay. So you can just go to downloads. And Eric, if you could just watch the chat while he's in
totally.
case he has any other questions regarding what I'm doing. So a couple of things. You got the Giotto and the Alto.
Oh,
and
I meant the Alto, not the Giotto. Okay. That's what
okay.
It was just.
So the Alto is the motor and the Giotto is the flat panel.
Yeah, he's saying I'm confused on what controls the Alto in Nina.
The Alto is the same, one and the same. It's under flat panel. And there's an open close under flat panel. And I'll show that to you real quick. I don't know. I don't think I have the flat panel hooked up, but what you're gonna need first is play 1.5.8. You're gonna need that because you need to calibrate the Alto in order to tell it where it is open fully and where it is closed fully, so it knows when to stop. And it's different on every scope. It's going to be different. You know, is it really going to be 270? Is it going to be 280? Degrees. Do you like it all the way down at the bottom and all the way underneath? So you're just going to have to calibrate that. Once you calibrate that, you go right in and get the Giotto Alto, and I'll show you in Nina what it looks like. And if you go under flat panel, and it says PLL ASCOM cover calibrator. Now, once I have it connected, this stream driver is going to recognize there's an Alto connected. And right under here, there will be an open close button. And you know what? If you give me 1 second, I'll even plug it in and I'll show it to you. It's right there. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, because he was asking if there was a way you could demonstrate.
Yeah, I'll plug it in. It's right on the table. Give me a sec.
Yep. Let's see. So while he's doing that, you guys know what I want you to do. Do me a big favor. If you like what we're doing, please help us out and expand AstroWorld TV. Huge favor. Smash that like button. Give us that like button if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. But if you're on Facebook, give us a like and share this, share the link. If you're on, using YouTube, share the link with your fellow astronomers, your fellow friends who are interested in astrophotography, who want to learn about astrophotography, and have a good time while doing it. Definitely give us a like on YouTube. We would really appreciate it. We are putting out, we have sponsors who really support us, which we really appreciate, and they give us free stuff, or they give us stuff, and we in turn give that all to you. And all we ask in return is for a like or a thumbs up. So we would really appreciate that. and share the show. Sharing is caring. Thank you, Dave. Number one, I appreciate it. Thank you, Norm. Keep it up. We just want to keep the momentum going, and definitely let everybody know. Let your friends know who are interested in astronomy and astro imaging. Let them know about what we're doing here so they can come on and they can enjoy, what we're doing here with our virtual astronomy club and astrophotography club, and just have a blast. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, you did the smash the like button thing, huh? All right.
Of course.
Of course. Hey, Starland, so what's going on? Looking forward to seeing you in Nebraska. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing that.
Mirror effect.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. So I'm gonna be hopefully in Cherry Springs in 2 weeks. Then what's next? Nebraska, I think in July, right? Yeah, Nebraska in July, then Canada for Starfest in August, and then Black Forest Star Party in September. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
All right.
Did I get a hotel room? I
Thanks.
still got to talk to a couple of people on. I'm looking at one. I haven't booked it yet. I probably need to, but if not, I'm sure I could hit up Ron Breacher for an extra bed. I'm sure I could do that. He's not that far away.
It's so funny looking you in the infinite mirror.
The infinite mirror. Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Because when you do something and then it takes a couple of seconds for the other, for the other Dan to do it, then for the other Dan to do it, it just keeps going and going and going. It's freaking hilarious.
That's funny. That's hilarious. I'm watching it now. Like,
it's just funny.
All right, so let's take a look at this real quick and see what's going on here. So I connected I just connected the flat panel, right?
Okay.
And it's the same driver. It's a PLL ASCOM cover calibrator. And I'll turn this off for a second. And you can see when you download the driver, it's going to say, okay, Alto, Giotto, because they're both connected together.
Right.
So the Alto has a USB out into the USB in of the Giotto, and the Alto goes directly out to the computer.
Right. Following you.
All right. So, you got Alto and Giotto. So enable. You got to choose the right COM port. So you got to unplug one and plug one back in because they're two different COM ports. Okay. So you got the Giotto on 8. I think this one's on 12, if I remember right. Yeah. So 12. Okay. So, and if you ever want to know, if you don't know and you're not very computer savvy, you just go under the device manager, right?
Yep.
And then you look for your COM ports, and you'll see two, Silicon Labs, and those are both the Alto and the Giotto. You just unplug one of them, see which one disappears, then you know what's what, and choose the COM port. Now, you may have to do this, the refresh button, to refresh your COM ports. Okay, refresh that, pick it, set, done.
Set. Yep, that piece is good.
Don't worry about the setting. The advanced settings is not a lot. Dark mode or a log file if you want. I should probably have the log file on in case anybody, in case there's any issues.
Words.
When you're in the star party, you're going to want to turn dark mode on. What that does, it turns off all the red lights, no red flashies and everything. Okay. All right. So now that that's all set, you'll see PLL ASCOM. I have two. I got to get rid of this one. Don't worry about that. That one won't be there for you. But the ASCOM cover calibrator is what you're looking for a driver name. Okay. And then all you do is hit play or connect. It'll say connected. And it'll show you. Now it says, here's the cover. Open, close. Right now it's currently closed, which means it's against your dew shield. Yep. Okay, were I to hit open right now, it would fall over the edge of the table probably. But it would open and it would go a full 270 degrees and lay underneath the dew shield, the dovetail.
Okay. Yeah.
So it'd be starting right here at 0, and then it would go all the way down and around.
Yeah.
So there's no wind sail. There's no nothing to kind of blow things around.
Yep.
And that's that, really. I mean, that's it's really, it's not an issue. Just one thing you want to keep in mind: if you're gonna do this and you're gonna do the flat wizard, right? I had to redo my flat wizard. You'll see what I was talking about before. Everything is 2 seconds, except for the luminance, which is 1, and the brightness numbers change from 22, and I know you can't see it all the way.
There's one black. You have put up. I don't know if you can move that or lower that.
I could get rid of that real quick. Layers. What is it? Dan, Eric, Peter. There we go. So
there we go.
Okay.
So that way everybody can see the.
So now you can see everything here, and it goes from brightness 22 all the way up to brightness 68. But everything's 2 seconds, except for the luminance, which is 1. So the thing that I didn't know about the flat wizard is a flat wizard only holds a certain amount of flats, which is, I think, 14. Okay. Now I used it so much, all my spots were filled. So whenever I tried to do the flat wizard, it went to the old settings. I had to delete. See all these trash cans? I had to delete my old flat wizard settings to do with the new flat wizard, because I had all the settings for my spiker flat in there.
Gotcha.
So with the Giotto, obviously different brightnesses, different settings, all that kind of stuff, right? So now I had to delete them, because once I did that flat wizard, it would not rewrite over the trained ones of the spiker flat. I had to actually delete them. So now that I deleted them, I got everything set. Everything's good. So it's part of now my sequence.
Yep.
And if I open up the last sequence, the M101, right, that we were playing with the other night, and everything will have kind of exclamation points, except for it should. Oh, the camera's not connected. That's why. Okay. So once the camera connected, but it'll sit there. It will do the exposures, and at the end of the next part, we'll do the flats.
Gotcha.
And then it'll do my end of sequence. That's it.
Nice, man. That's a great setup you've got for your advanced sequence and everything.
I think I'm getting there with it. So I mean, I think I'm getting there with it. I think I'm finally to the point of screwing up my advanced sequences so much and so often that I'm finally done with screwing it up. So hey, it's pretty interesting.
DB was asking, Dan and Eric, have either of you ever heard of anyone using dielectric grease to deal with long-term USB connection oxidation? Honestly, no, I haven't. I don't even know. I don't. As you know, sometimes we need to reseat USB long connections. Yes, that is true. It just depends, I guess, maybe on the situation. In my case, I bring my stuff in quite often, and I'm messing around with my imaging train or doing something. So I've never had to deal with it, and I've never heard of anyone, myself personally, using it. I know dielectric grease is made of a thickener and silicone base.
Yep.
However, dielectric grease works like an insulator and does not conduct electricity. Yes, that is true. Silicon is bad. Yes.
Yeah. So me and Pete Myers had this conversation when we were talking about it when we were doing that job in Jersey during NEAF. And because we were specifically speaking about it because of him and his setup. He is literally, I could probably like jump over the rail if I wasn't. right where his observatory is and jump in the ocean. That's how close he was. And we were talking about the issue of oxidizing the USB ports and the Eagle because we thought it was a big concern due to the high content of the salt water and sea mist that is going to be just coating this thing. So we were going back and forth on using some sort of deoxidation grease, and we chose not to do that because of the fact that he is not going to be using it as much as we do. That's like a second home to him. So he's not there every day, even though that he could control it remotely. The problem is the dome, the Astro Haven dome. We've been having an issue getting it open with the ASCOM drivers and Nina. So that's something that we're working through. But yeah, we chose against it. We just told them to keep, USB cables on hand. And unfortunately, it's not only the cable that you have to worry about, it's the port you got to worry about. And if the port goes, now you're in for a new NUC.
Yes.
And a new NUC could cost you anywhere from $300 to $600, depending on where you get it.
Yep.
And if you got the new 5XTM with the Ryzen chip on it, well, it's going to cost you a lot more than that. So you got to be careful about it. I take my stuff to the beach all the time, and I have yet to have a problem with it. But I've never lived 24/7 with my telescope literally 50 feet away from the beach.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be an issue in relatively short time because of how close he is to that sea spray.
Yeah. Let's see. You guys know, and Dan, I've been dealing with, I wouldn't say dealing with, but I'm trying to troubleshoot the tracking errors and tracking issues with my mount, the CEM60. So I took your advice and I contacted Ioptron.
Okay.
And it gave me some information. I shouldn't be surprised on the cost of what the worm and the gear. I mean, and it's just, and it's really surprising. It's a gear. I mean,
yeah.
One gear. They wanted, and they were in according to their support. What is it? The worm, $240. The ring gear, $200.
So you're talking $500.
So you're at basically just under $500.
Yeah, with shipping and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and everything. So it's just like, wow. So what I'm most likely going to do, but they did send me, along with it, they did send me instructions on how to remove the worm as well as the RA gear. So I think the first thing I'm actually going to attempt to do is I'm going to bring in the Edge 8 and I'll hook it up to the AVX so I can do my flats for M101 and my other work that I've done over the past week. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear my little work table off right here, find a little work mat. And
I wish I had a work table.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have this little guy right here, but clear that all off. And I think I'm just going to have to tear down the SIM60 and just go through it and start cleaning it, myself. And hopefully, because even to Pete's point, and we have to get used. Maybe we're not all mechanically inclined. I know necessarily I'm not the most mechanically inclined, but I have taken things apart and put things back together again. And I'm just going to have to simply take the worm and the RA gear out, clean them up. I mean, get some maybe some Goo Gone or some sort of degrease them, clean them up really, really good. Get find an old toothbrush around here or whatever, and just clean it all up. and then I'll have to find some grease. Now, would it be super lube would be recommended, or what other type of grease would be recommended?
I
Or
would go through your manufacturer, because I'm sure different mounts and different gears need different lubricants.
type of
So
grease?
or they recommend different ones for their own mounts. So I would go through your manufacturer on that. I wouldn't feel comfortable telling you which grease to get. Maybe Dave Barnett might. He's pretty good mechanically with that. I know he's in the chat. What's up, Dave? What's happening?
So yeah, but yeah, I would definitely, you know, that's totally cool.
There you go.
What's that?
Paramount Lubriplate.
Lubriplate. Okay.
I miss you, man. When we getting together for a drink, Dave, man, I miss your jokes, man. I really do. Contact the guys at Alto Astro. They repair the CEM 60s all the time. They are great.
I can definitely.
That's the I believe, Dave, you're talking about land, sea, and sky. Is that correct? Just so we could get that for Eric. What's up, Billy? But yeah, so you remember I was talking about also the flats. We're gonna go back on the flats for a second. The flats issue that I've been having, right? With the filter wheel, and the unidirectional instead of going in two directions on the filter wheel. Yeah, Nick Smith. Okay, Nick over at Altair. Okay, so if you want, I can see if I could get. I got his address.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have his direct email address. So if you want,
Hey,
I could.
how's it going there, William?
His name is alcoholic. Yes. So I was having issues with flats and getting these things lined up. Things weren't very. If you remember, a fully calibrated file still had 2 or 3 dust motes that are just sticking around, and it was freaking annoying to me. So finally, I was able to get the firmware upgrade working through help from a lot of people, including Mark Ellis, and a couple other people from Facebook. It turns out there's some funky, QHY is always a little funky with their drivers and how things work. Apparently, Super Lube is another good one. You could use that apparently. But the whole thing is, with the QHY, and when you download this firmware updater, RJU loader, it looks like kind of you remember those crack files? You would download the crack and you would play it, and it would fix it for like getting Windows, the license key or something like that. You press play and it would fix it. It has all the creepy music in the background with the skull and crossbones on it, all that kind of stuff. But so apparently, if you extract the zip file for the CFW filter wheel, and if you name it into a folder with a space in the file name,
okay,
it will not work. Kind of very similar to the way Pics Insight likes the underscore. Okay, so it turns out from what I found out was that the firmware update and QHY software is mostly based on a Linux-based operating system, either Red Hat or something.
Fedora or something like that.
Yeah, and Linux doesn't like spaces either. So I guess that's kind of what it is. So that's the way it worked. It worked. It loaded up fine, and now my filter wheel goes in one direction. So we don't have the filter being off a little bit, because sometimes there's a little bit of backlash in that wheel. And if there's a little backlash in that wheel, your dust motes won't line up. Actually, the difference in illumination won't line up, so it won't cancel it out. So just to show you really quick, how 1 45-second shot looks now. and we'll do a super stretch on it. And there you go. No dust motes.
Oh, dust modes.
No dust mode. Totally clean. Totally clean all over.
And how? And I'm sorry. How did you do this again?
I was, well, the first thing with the CFW, the filter wheel from QHY,
Yeah.
it has sometimes it has some backlash in the filter wheel. Well, it doesn't go to the same exact spot when you took the lights. And the way to fix that was to make sure it just goes, that's when it goes back and forward like this. So you go, if you have luminance red, right? You do luminance, you do red, and then you go back to luminance. That luminance may not be in the same exact spot
Right.
that you need to be in order to take proper flats. So if you're moving in one direction, there's no backlash. So it will be in the same spot. So there's a firmware update to do that. And with that firmware update, you just got to remember that when you extract it, don't put any spaces in the folder. And then you'll be fine. Just hit play and you'll be good to go.
So you're basically telling your filter wheel to rotate one way.
Correct. Yeah. And that's it. And, of course, the flats with this is also flats with the G Auto and the Alto as well. So, I mean, it seems to work. I can't wait to stack them all. This is only one shot. I just wanted to test the flats and see if it worked. I believe, if I remember right, if we go into, what is it? Fits. Fits header. There you go.
Yep.
And if we bring it over and master light.
Yeah,
so
I was looking in the ASI Air. In the ASI Air, you can, it is in the settings in the ASI Air for the ZWO filter wheel where you can rotate in one way.
Yeah, it's only one toggle switch.
Yeah, which is nice. It's just
so this is actually 8 images with 8 flats. So this is 8 stack. So 8 times by 45 seconds. That's 300 and it's like 5 minutes, 6 minutes of data. But
there you go.
There you go. There it is. There's a supernova right there. That's it. All right.
Well, I'm glad you figured. Yeah, I'm glad there was another thing you were able to knock off your list.
Yeah, I think I'm back on the horse again.
There you go. There you go.
So just in time for the summer.
Yeah. So I would love to know how many in our viewers, in our chat here have been imaging, and how many have actually had a chance to grab M101 and the supernova. Because that is kind of like right now until maybe another week or so, maybe 2, that, this is the big thing, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people have been taking images of it. And I got to be honest with you. I didn't do any spectroscopic kind of, making sure that it was dimming or not. I didn't do anything like that. I know it's dimming already, but I'll be honest with you, to my eye, it looks the same to me.
Josh got it. Billy's Astro. Yep, got it. Okay.
What's up, Mr. Frickson? What's up? Yep. You can make it unidirectional. You should make your unless you have like a $2,000 filter wheel where it's never going to get anything wrong with it. You should always really move in one direction, just to be safe.
Sure.
I just held an EAA program with the Rasa 36. You maniac!
Wow.
You got to see the setup. I mean, I wish I could show it. The setup that's in for those of you guys on Long Island, if you have not seen the Avalon Nature Center and what they have there to offer for astronomy, and not only nighttime, solar too. They got, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, solar, 4 different scopes with 4 different wavelengths, if I remember right. I think 5 if you include white.
Wow.
Yeah, so they got calcium, they got phospho, they got H alpha, and they got something else. I don't even know the other one. Sulfur, sodium. I don't know. I don't even know. He could tell us. He'll throw it in there. Yeah, definitely go unidirectional. Absolutely. Yeah, Rasa 36, man. It's out of control. Iron. Thank you, Josh. Iron.
Nice.
6. He's got 6 different solar wavelengths. So I don't know what the other 2 are. You're gonna have to list them now because I don't know. Who's going to the OPT auction? Oh wow. I guess it's out in the open at this point, I guess.
You know, I saw something on Cloudy Nights about it.
I guess it's we knew about this a couple of weeks ago. You know, it's a shame what happened with the OPT, and I don't wish that on anybody's business. Being a business owner now, I don't wish that on anybody to be in business for 70 plus years and now it's gone. Yeah, you know, there's a joke been going around, Dave. So apparently, not only did I shut OPT down, apparently I lit the fire at Camera Concepts as well. So there's a weird joke going on, and it reaches all the way to Greece. It reaches all the way. The guys in Greece at Pegasus are having so much fun at my expense. And it's all good. They're great guys. So OTP is going out of business. OPT is going out of business. They're selling off their equipment as far as I know. And there is I believe there is a link to the auction website on Cloudy Nights. If you want to, you can go look it up. But they have some really good stuff. I actually bid for one thing. We'll see what happens. They had a whole thing like assorted Prima Luce boxed accessories. So I said, okay. El Nino is affecting my head now. Yeah. So that's what I got going on so far over here. I'm glad we were able to kind of, you know, explain the Alto and the Giotto a little bit. Dave, don't know. It's only rumor. And honestly, when it's only rumor, I refrain from going on social media and saying what I may or may not know. So it's just rumor right now. So if you want, just go on Cloudy Nights and you'll see all the rumors and you can make your own decision. So
pretty much, yeah. You make your own call. So yeah. So what else?
And on a selfish note, I mean, hopefully I get some business out of it.
Yeah, I mean, AstroWorld telescope, man. I mean, it's going to start gaining momentum. It's blowing up. I mean, you got.
Oh, we got. I don't know. We got Ioptron, everybody. I don't know.
I don't know if you. I thought you had mentioned that already. But
mention it again for the people that are new. We got Ioptron and Bob's Knobs. We got Bob's Knobs. And I also got Deep Sky Dad too. I didn't tell you that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
we got to go through that. Got to go through that website, man, and we got to,
dude, it's blowing up to the point that it's going to take forever to fix everything.
Because we got to get descriptors and data and subscriptions.
Oh, it's being slowly but surely added, but it's slow work. So if anybody wants to do any free work for the website, please feel free. We'll work something out on the back end.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday
for a hamburger today. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. You were my first IDAS filter sale, my MBZ filter sale. So thank you, Chris. Sold another Eagle 5 today, which is nice.
Nice. I'm serious. When I saw that Asado, low profile, it's just wow. The cost is just, geez, but I love it. It's absolutely, and I know, and honestly, I hope it does. I hope it, sticks around and and stays in their inventory or in their catalog of products for a while, because I know it's probably more, it's more for the Edge 8 than
Yep.
anything. But I really hope it sticks around and they keep it going. But I also understand, since it's primarily for one piece of equipment, primarily for one optical tube assembly, it's a bit more expensive than the other 2-inch Asado. I think it's like maybe $200 more
Yeah.
as far as the price difference.
Yep.
But it does look nice, and it does, and it's going to help out immensely for people who do have Eagles and Edge 8s, and they decide to go with it, because it's going to be helpful, to help them with the back focus and everything, maintaining that critical back focus of the 105 millimeters that you have to have if you're going to use that reducer.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Moonlight's a great focusers, Dave. Awesome
They are.
focus.
They are absolutely.
I have a Virgin 3 sitting right here.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's the CHL. Is that the one for the Edge? I have to look it up again.
The CHL, CFL. I mean, I think the FL's for the refractors.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It might be HL.
Yeah, I have to take a look at it. And the CHL.
Yeah, CHL. Yeah, CHL.
Yeah. And
But
you can, it'll, you can put the reducer in, it'll fit, and everything like that. Yeah, both of them. I mean, I'm sure, the Asado is going to work out great, for folks. But yeah, the Moonlight's been around as well for quite some time, and it's been tested, tried and true, and it's a solid piece of equipment. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I've had 2 Asados, and I just put another one on a 127, and I just put another one on a Edge 11. So, I mean, it works great. They work great. I mean, they really do. You know what? All the high-end focusers work good. They all work well. The Asados, the Moonlights, don't forget the Optec focusers are ridiculous. Those are great. It's great.
Yeah, the Asado does have a rotator. It's the Arco.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not on it. It's a separate
piece.
It's a separate piece, but it's really thin. It's not that thick, so it doesn't take up a lot of, especially if you got the low profile focuser, you'll be saving a lot, But it's called the Arco, and it comes in 2, 3, and 4-inch, if I remember right.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the big things that's that's ever since we went to NEAF and Tom showed it to me, it was just,
it's sweet.
And it's just like, my God, they're gonna bring me over to the red side. It's just like, all right, maybe
I'm gonna dress you up like the Imperial Guard at the Emperor at the end of Return of the Jedi, with like the fake like Cylon face going.
Exactly, and it's gonna be crazy, but yeah, I mean, it's really, really something, and I can't wait.
Yeah, good luck, Dave.
To get one. Take the red pill, Eric. Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, you know what? Don't get me wrong. I mean, Prima Luce is expensive. They're expensive. But you know what? The build quality makes it completely worth it to me. And that's why I'm a fanboy. That's why that I've been a fan of the Prima Luce line since the Eagle 2s. And I've been using them since the Eagle 2s, plus the Asatos, plus the Arcos, plus the Echoes. I mean, the whole kit and caboodle I've been using, just like you ZWO users out there, the 60% of you that are out there. You get used to brand loyalty, a little bit, no matter what you do, whether you buy Ford or you buy whatever, it doesn't matter. You kind like I've had 6 Fords now. I mean, I just stay with Ford because I like them.
Right.
Now I have a Toyota though, so I switched over.
Yeah, and my family, we've been Toyotas forever. But anyway, no, it's just one of those things where when you want to get the best out of your equipment, sometimes you have to spend a little bit more because of the certain needs of that equipment, like with the Edge and the Edge 8, and
Yep.
the don't get me, and you guys know I've been using ZWO forever. I mean, I've been using these guys like crazy, but there's just a point where as you move forward and you get better and you start learning more about your equipment, you understand and you find that there are certain things that work very well with certain pieces of equipment and some that work just okay.
Yeah.
And you get to a point where you don't want it just to work okay. You want it to work the best, and get the maximum, out of it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to pay for it. And
Yeah.
that's probably the things I'm gonna end up doing is at least with the Schmidt Cassegrain, because I don't like, yeah, you're dealing with the mirror flop. And if I have the ability to lock the mirrors,
Yep.
and that also will help minimize the amount of collimation I have to do, because one thing with when you don't lock those mirrors and you have mirror flop, you will have to collimate more often than you would if you lock them, of course. So you gotta, problem is sometimes, you get a lemon, but sometimes you do have solid stuff, but you have to also add on. And that's one of the things that I have to look at.
Simon Thompson had a question up a little bit higher.
Let's see. How did you attach the Alto to your scope? Thinking of buying one, but what I gather is making a longer dovetail. Apologies if you mentioned. Yes, and and that's what you were saying, because you have almost you have an over 3 foot, almost a 3 foot dovetail.
3 foot? I don't have a 3 foot dovetail.
I mean, that's I mean, it's if you look at it, it's like 30 inches.
Yeah, it's something like that.
3 foot.
29.5 inches.
Okay. 29.5. So 30 inches rounded up, you got almost 3 feet.
So one of the reasons why Prima Luce came out with these long dovetails, especially the 750, which is what I have. I have a 5-inch refractor. So, I mean, so I needed something long enough to put a clamp on the Alto and slide the Alto on the front end of that dovetail, because the dew shield extended so far. I needed a super long dovetail. So I bought the 750 and it works perfectly. I have no problem weighting. I have no problem balancing. So it works great. Well, I was guiding 0.29 or something like that. What was that, Wednesday night on the show?
Yeah, you were doing really, really well.
Yeah, so I mean, works great.
Yeah, it's working really, really well. And with the Schmidt Cassegrain, it's recommended to collimate on each side of the mount.
What was that?
It says here, DB was saying with the Schmidt Cassegrain, he said it's recommended to collimate on
Yeah,
each side of the mount.
absolutely.
Yeah.
On each side of the pier.
Of the yeah.
Yep.
I think it was going
on
to
a
short
short
extension.
extension double. Yeah, you could do that too, man. You could do that, but you know what? It was new, so I bought it. It wasn't that expensive, so I bought it. Tom, don't you have anything longer than the 495? Man, this ain't gonna work. I mean, I can bolt another one on there too. I just don't like the way it looked. So I said, you know what? He's like, yeah, I got one, but it requires its own shipping box. So it's that long. They got to put it in its own shipping box. And it was interesting. Yeah, I just had to have it. I just had to have it. It's the box is humongous. I mean, and not for nothing, 6 inches is a lot, Dave. I mean, God, let's call it how it is. So,
It's a lot.
and you guys can all take that whatever way you want to take it. But
one thing I have been interested in also is these guys. Who are they?
I do not know.
Innovation Foresight.
Yeah, what about them?
We had them on. I'm very interested in their software for collimation for the Schmidt.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in it. I think it looks very intriguing. I mean, on what it can do. So there's so many different ways and so many different methods and techniques and products that are out there to help you collimate either a Ritchie-Cretan or a Schmidt-Cassegrain or any other type of reflector in Newton. So this is just and this is one of those other ones. I mean, we've had them on the show, Dr. Can't remember his name.
Dr. Gaston Bardot.
Gaston, thank you, Dr. Gaston, and because he was showing his on-axis guider.
Yeah, his own ag. Yep.
He has ONAG, and we should have him on again. We should have him on again sometime if he's willing.
Oh, you do it. You do it. As a matter of fact, I got a funny news story about the doc. Did I tell you that story?
No, you didn't.
So I'm literally in the middle of interviewing QSI, right? And I'm interviewing Rui. I'm sorry if you're watching, I botched your name again, but he's Portuguese, so it's like a kind of like it's RUI, and sitting there and I'm talking to him, and the camera's over here, and me and Rui is over there, and this dude just walks right in between the camera while I'm talking and everything. And I didn't recognize it at first. And then the second time he did it, he walked back the other way. I was like, oh, thanks, Doc. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's got that accent. And I was like, it's like, don't worry about it. It's okay. He's totally oblivious. He was just walking through. Everybody, we all were, bro, because it was such an amazing event. And it was just, we were all kind of looking down and at our pamphlets and stuff like that. But it looks like that software that you were talking about from Innovations Foresight is called Skywave.
Yes, it's called Skywave, and you can, and it's basically you can use it to collimate all different types of reflector or mirror-based telescopes, and it looks very intriguing. It looks very easy. It looks somewhat easy to use. There are some other questions I'd like to understand and answer on it, but it looks very simple, especially when it comes to a Schmidt-Cassegrain and how it is set up. The software is set versus like maybe there's some additional steps if you're doing it with a Newtonian or a Ricci. But it's one of those that it's fairly reasonably priced. I think it's like $170.
Yeah, I'm looking at it up to 13-inch. It's only a one-time use for $178.
No, I think they told me it's basically you get a lot of.
Oh no, you could buy credits. I don't know what a credit.
There's a lot of credits there's a lot of points already in that 170. They say it's like up to, I want to say 64 or 72. But it's a large number. It's enough credits. They say that it will last you for quite a while, like could last you for several years, especially because they're doing, when they do the formulas and the mathematics and everything, they're doing it for specific systems, so if you've only have the one system, like I would have just my Edge 8, I could, in the way that they explain it, you could reuse these credits. It's really interesting how you end up doing this stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
PPU models are loaded with 64 credits,
yeah, okay, 64 credits.
but
And
how
they say
many?
that for quite a
How
while. They say that for quite some time.
Yeah, but how many use? Well, how many credits is one use?
Yeah, that I have to really understand more, a little bit more. Yeah, Simon. Yeah, Dan does with Cosmic
What's
with
that?
Cosmic Charlie and Destination Dan. Don't you have one? When you're using a Hotech, you
Oh,
and
yeah, with the Hotech. Yeah, I did the Hotech advanced CT collimator with the Schmidt. I did a
oh,
kind of.
didn't you say? I thought you did. You mention something about Hotech and AstroWorld telescope. I
No,
thought.
I'm trying to
Oh,
become a dealer with
okay.
Hotech. They have not answered
All
me
right.
yet, but I'll get that first. Um, yep, I do have one. It's there. I, too bad I wasn't a Hotech dealer back then. You could have bought it from me. But
Just can't buy and use. Looks like it. Look at Adobe. I agree. I
yeah,
agree. A lot, and that's just the crazy, with everything's going to the subscription based, per use
yep,
based
yep.
type, setups, and it is frustrating. I'm not gonna kid you, it is frustrating, but I mean, sometimes it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No,
Especially
absolutely.
on certain types of software. I mean, these developers got to keep paying the programmers and other people and stuff like that, and they've got to keep updates moving. So sometimes that one time cost or that one time payment doesn't keep the momentum going to do updates, or to provide updates or to provide new services and things like that. I'm not defending them.
Right.
But I kind of get the business model. The
Yeah.
business model sucks, but
Well,
it
it sucks for the consumer.
does, because I'm the consumer. But it is, I guess it just is what it is.
And it's we're all, I mean, from Netflix and iCloud and Google One and all this garbage, we're being $4.99 to death, not to mention
Yes.
the crappy coins you got to buy on that iPad game you've been playing for the past 3 years, so we're all being $4.99 to that. Next thing you know, you got nothing in your bank account because you got 35 charges for $5. So
Has anyone heard that when Russell Crowe is coming out with Blur Exterminator
not yet,
version? No,
not yet.
I have not heard anything like that. I haven't
It's
heard
it's
anything.
it's time to have him back on soon again
Yes.
too. I'm gonna hit him up again. Probably. I'll hit him up, see what he has open.
Yeah.
Him
That would be.
and Charlie. I want to get Charlie back on.
When is Dr. Sass coming back? Because I would love to have.
We're working on that. He's still got some stuff going on with iTelescope that he's dealing with. So he's definitely going to be on. He was disappointed at his performance, not his performance, but the computer's performance
Yeah.
at Astropalooza. And he didn't get a chance to show what he wanted to show, and we got to make it up to him.
Yeah.
So he's going to definitely be on again. He's been a good friend to the show for a number of years, and
He has.
yep.
And he's one of those astronomers and astrophotographers that uses AstroPixel processor, which is the application that I use a lot for my integration. But he uses it with also. I have to watch a lot of the videos, but I know he won an iPod, an APOD rather, and he did it with almost a lot of it using AstroPixel processor. I think he may have maybe added a couple things from maybe Photoshop or what have you, but most of it was primarily done within APP when he won that APOD. So I'd love to learn his process and everything. So I'm actually going to have to go on to iTelescope because I believe you can sign up and join at least for free, and then you can have an opportunity to look at his videos and some of these tutorials and things like that that he and the iTelescope team put on their site. So I think it's well worth it if you're using AstroPixel processor. And I honestly believe it's one of the easiest, especially when it comes to integrating and and everything, in the pre-processing work you have to do. I think, and it works great with mosaics. I mean, I think it's just super, super easy.
You know what though? I have tried APP, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I don't get it. There's too many tabs. There's too many things to click on, click off. No, when you go down the integration tab, there's what's a gamma? What the hell's that? I don't know what that is. All this kind of stuff. I've watched 14 videos on how to stack, and every time it comes out screwed up. So maybe you gotta have to show. Maybe you need to
maybe that's one thing I would do. Maybe I'll do that maybe next Friday or something. Once I get my flats and everything, maybe I will do an integration of like M101 or one of the other galaxies that I was working on, and
apologies.
Do an integration, walkthrough on APP, or at least, and that's one reason why I also would love to have Dr. Sass on, because, keep educating. I would love to get his, process and understand, because there may be certain things that I may not understand or even know about, but I can definitely, do something.
But you want to see something scary? Look at this.
What do you got? We got to use that, man. We gotta go do some Southern Sky challenges, man. Because
429 credits I have racked up in Telescope Live. I just signed up for the silver plan when we did the thing, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I haven't touched it since. And I still, if you take a look at it, I have my data archive. I have Centaurus A already.
I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll maybe I'll grab that.
Look at that.
Maybe I'll grab that data from you, and then I'll throw it into AstroPixel processor and show and show it that way.
Yeah, what do I got? I got
Tarantula.
Yeah, it's the Tarantula from when we did it. They actually discontinued that telescope. They don't even have that telescope anymore.
Yeah.
But how
That's
many?
CCD telescope. Yeah, they're moving on. I mean,
yeah, this is literally one 10-minute shot of, maybe 2 10-minute shots. I see 600, green, red, and luminance on Centaurus A. Yeah, but the funny thing is, is that these are stacked, right? And is this the one? Yeah. The hell is that?
You got a satellite in that blue.
So this is 600-second blue.
How many were there?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember how to get in. See, there's no satellite in that blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They switched from the FLI if they switched from CCD to CMOS, he went to a QHY CMOS.
Yep. So anyway, you
But yeah,
download. I wish I could find let's see, calibration frames. Does it have calibration frames?
observation data.
Yeah, I don't know how to get into Tarantula, Centaurus A. I don't know. I got it from somewhere. I don't know how I got it, but I got it.
Right.
But
yeah, Simon, we agree, and that's one we talk about often is Era, and trying to get the Fighting Dragons of Era.
when the hell is that coming up? So
Yeah,
Dragons of Era in Spain, I guess.
So yeah, no, that's one target.
Oh, it looks like June.
Yeah,
and November.
Simon is saying now. Yeah.
So
there you
we
go.
could do that.
Yeah, go ahead. You can set that up, schedule, do whatever you want to do, and yeah, that's a great target to go for.
I wonder if they have any one-click observations on it. All observations. And let's see. Can you search?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's under a premium. It's not under. Bell 36, Andromeda Galaxy, Barnard's Loop. Yeah, I can find it. I could. We may as well just do it.
Yeah, I would say, let's do it.
Let's see. New request.
Just do it, man. Just do it.
Target name. Dragons of Era. What's it there? Oh, what was that? Oh, no. I probably need the Dragons of Era. MGC 6188.
Okay.
There we go. Next up.
All right. Let's see.
So I got from Australia or Chile. Let's see which telescope network. Let's see, open a new
You've
tab.
got the 3 masters from 3 telescopes in the Google Drive.
Yep. Yeah, I think Tom Peter sent it to me.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Don't do it.
Why are we doing it? Why are we doing this? We have the data.
Yeah. Well, then there you go.
There you go. We won't waste the credits. There we go.
There you go. I've been trying to get SH2 101 the last couple of nights.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing about, with iTelescope and doing in the services that a lot of, these remote observatories and more remote hosting, services that have come out over the past few years, so even if you don't have your own setup, you can spend, maybe $20 or what have you, and start building credits up, get some data, or even if you sign up for like a silver plan and download some of their what is it? The
one-click observations.
Yeah, thank you. The one-click observations, and grab those, download them, start playing around with post-processing and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, maybe, but I don't think it's cheating. I mean, because hey, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get down to Australia or New Zealand anytime soon. So
Not unless if Simon pays for me.
exactly. So sometimes you just got to get what you can. And sometimes it's almost like I'm not gonna necessarily look a gift horse in the mouth if there's a service out there that
And
can't help you.
as long as you don't try and pass it off as your own acquisition and give credit where credit's due, it's not really cheating. It's more, this is one thing that I tell people all the time. You got to sharpen the saw, right? You got to sharpen the saw. And sometimes you just can't get data, but you don't want to work on the same data that you've been working on the whole time. And you want something new. If you got crappy skies like I have, and you guys sitting there and you're like, okay, I got some credits. Let me get a couple of photos and let me play with that data and see what I could do. And then you could help refine your own skills in either Pix Insight or APP or whatever, because you could get the calibration frames if you want and just practice that. You could do that kind of stuff. So it's not, as long as you don't sit there and say, yeah, I put my 3-meter telescope out in my backyard in New York and I got this. Nah.
Yeah, I got the dragons. Okay, I got the fighting
yeah, and I got the dragons of Ara from my backyard in New York.
Backyard, please.
But I still have another conundrum that I want to throw out to the group. I have another conundrum.
Okay.
So now that I have this stupid long dovetail, right?
Sorry. Half the fun of Astro is fixing the issues, like taking off the lens cap, tripping over your cables,
yes,
and looking incredible. Yes, I get it. I totally agree.
totally. But the whole thing is with my scope now. I have right behind me. I have a 42-inch SKB case, long, 42-inch. Okay. The scope doesn't fit anymore with it. Now, I haven't die cut it. I haven't cut any of the foam yet. It's still a perfectly good case. So I guess my question is, for traveling, I want to throw this out to the group for discussion. I can't get a longer case with that depth to fit that scope as a whole with the image train.
Mm-hmm.
So my thoughts are, because I'm able to take flats pretty easily now, my thoughts are to take everything up to, including the flattener, right up to focuser, off and cap the flattener and put that in one case.
Okay.
And then put the OTA with the dovetail and everything in a long case. So what do you guys think about that? I know we talk about this a lot on the show regarding taking your image train apart and all that kind of stuff. So what are your thoughts on that? Tell me what your thoughts on that are.
Well, I mean, if you're going to, because now with you having the Alto and the Giotto, I think you can take that with you, take everything with you, put your imaging train together, and still take your images and still have enough time to take your calibration frames right after it or just before, and then break things down and then move on. I think you'd be okay.
I mean, I think it kind of might even be a little bit safer in the travel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Stellar View. I mean, I could definitely check out Stellar View cases, but I mean, but let me show you something else that I found out, and this is the reason why. It's My Case Builder, and we saw these guys. We saw these guys at NEAF.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught him, but I saw it and I thought it was. I got his card. As a matter of fact, I think it's sitting in my pile of cards over here somewhere. That's probably the last one.
Huge roller case I'll sell you.
Here you go. My Case Builder. Check it out. So when you go to the website with this guy's got something special, I think. So you could go in there and you could do pre-made designs. Take a look at this is the thick kind of iOptron kind of foam, that
Mhm.
form-fitted foam that you have. And what you could do is you could design your own case online. And what you do is you go on in and you take a picture of what you from up top on a white piece of paper, white piece of oak tag, and they will form fit your imaging rig or your telescope or whatever you have to fit the foam. And if you don't have the case, they'll give you the case. They do deal with SKB, Pelican, all that. And it's really cool. Go to mycasebuilder.com, and I won't play it on here, but play this video that's on here and watch
Okay.
it. I think it's like 2 minutes, but you could design your own foam. So there's no pluck and peel. There's none of that, and it's sturdy as hell. This stuff is not going to be falling apart on you. So I kind of like this. So I was thinking about that. I want to know. I don't know if there's any discussion in the chat about.
Folks, Dave saying that's nice. Yeah, not much else, but it looks really good. That's something that it looks like it could definitely work for you. If you decide to go that route, it could definitely work for you for traveling and everything. I mean, going to star parties, going like cruise, whatever. If they're, as long as you can get it on there, there's no issues with, size or weight or anything like that. Yeah, definitely for star parties or just going, if you're going on a vacation or something like that, and you want to put your stuff and keep it together.
I am always a proponent of keeping the image train together, just like anybody else. I really am. But the problem is that I do have the longest case that SKB sells with the depth that I need for the filter wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have the longest case that they sell. They don't sell anything longer. And by the way, Dave, it's the same case I sold you. I bought another one. And it fit at one point. It fit. But once I added, if I want to, I'm not even talking about keeping the Giotto and the Auto on because that's going to have its own case anyway. But if I'm going to put the image train in a case and then I could put the Giotto and the Auto in that case with the image train, right? And then drop the OTA with the dovetails in. It's just the 42-inch case itself is already almost unwieldy. It's big. It's long. I mean, it's huge. You thought the dovetail was huge. This thing's almost 4 feet long. I mean, this thing's ridiculous. And it's heavy, and I'm getting old, so I don't need to be doing all that.
Yeah, even if you put it on rollers, man, still.
It's on rollers. It's on rollers.
Even if you put it on rollers, it's still going to be cumbersome to move around and get around in, and and to even if you got it on rollers and that sucker's that long. I mean, that's how you gotta look.
Done.
Oh man, they're like, my God, what do you got in that thing? A sniper rifle?
That's what Sky Cap is for. What, Sky Flats? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
That's what Sky Cap is for. Sorry, yeah, I'm not something.
Oh, baggage handlers.
Yeah.
My scope is not going. My 5-inch astrophysics scope is not going to go in any luggage compartment on a freaking plane. It's never going to happen. No effing way. Sorry, not going to happen. I mean, it's I'm taking my FRA 400 and my Pegasus Nix onto a boat just because I can carry it on, because that's how small it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's fine. I wouldn't mind putting, the Nix in a suitcase,
right.
and throwing it on there.
Oh, geez, Charity. When I was in
Oh
school about this
God.
thing before. Yeah.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my. God
Oh
darn
boy.
military people.
Hey.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. And listen, my dad and my grandfather were both military. They just wouldn't take me.
Oh, jeez.
Man, I was a little pissed off at that because I took the ASVAB, I took all the tests, I did everything.
Yeah.
And I went in to my doctor and I got a clean bill of health letter. And I was trying to get into the Air Force because I was trying to get into the physical sciences department of the Air Force. And they said no because of my history of seizures. I
Oh,
said,
yep.
I said, dude, I don't want to fly. What do I need to? What do you care if I have? What do you care if I have seizures for? I passed the AS. What'd you make me take the ASVAB for? What'd you make me take the ASVAB for? You know,
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
studied for that thing for months, and then when they looked at my medical history, they were like, "No."
I wanted to join the military so bad. They took me when I was 16.
Jeez. I went to the recruiter at 17. So
I joined the Navy at 16.
how did that
And then
happen?
they screwed up. And then they found out. And then
Did they screw up or did you lie?
No, I didn't say anything. Say anything. I went through MEPS. I went through everything. I went through physical,
Really?
through MEPS, all of it. And then they realized, and then they got a hold of my, and they, figured all this stuff, looking at my birth certificate, all this stuff. Like, wait a minute. And then they actually had to do a general discharge. They had to actually discharge me at 16 and do just a general
And then
discharge.
take you at 17 or
Then I went back at 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, then my folks signed
oh
off.
man. Hey. My life would have turned out very differently if I got into the service at 17.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I would have
Yeah.
done it. I tried to do it and they didn't want me.
Yeah. My parents, they both asked. They said, "Are you sure about this?" I was like, I'm sure. They're like, "Yeah, we know. We just want to make sure you say it." I'm like, boom. My 17th birthday. I spent my 17th birthday in MEPS in the MEPS
Oh my
station.
God.
And got the ASVAB, knocked out the ASVAB, and I think I ended up getting, God, I think I had like a 96 or something like that, 96 or 97, but I can't recall off the top of my head. But yeah, and yeah, that was it. But anyway,
What branch? I didn't get that far. I don't think.
yeah,
There was no decision there. I took the ASVAB, and then when they were going through my medical records, because it took a while to get them, because my medical records, I was a screwed up little kid. I was really a messed up kid, and somewhere in some book somewhere, I'm in something called I don't know I don't even know if this is true or not, or if there is such a thing. This is what my mother told me. I'm in some sort of book. It's kind of like the Guinness Book of Records for medical records or something like that. I don't know. So there was an issue where I was diagnosed with a brain tumor at like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, something like that. And I wasn't supposed to make it to my 8th birthday. And so they would take imaging of my brain like every couple of weeks. And this mass, literally, and you guys can say I'm full of crap. I don't care, because this is a true story. But this mass moved from one side of the brain to the other and disappeared. This is my thought about the whole thing. I think it was a doctor's fingerprint, but but there is film of this happening, and it's in that book, and I've yet to find it. But it apparently was the cause of all my seizures and all that kind of stuff. Turns out that I found out that my mother dropped me when I was like 2, so I think that has something to do with it too. So so I'm sorry, Mom,
That's
if you're
that's
watching, I forgive you.
right now.
You know, it was kind of like
That
she was. I think she was changing me on, like, when you had those sinks, you had that little sink, you had the drying rack there with the towel, back in
Sure.
the 70s. And I think she took the drying rack off and put me on the towel while she was drying me. And and
no.
and what happened was my dad called her and he probably said, "Yo, get me a beer." And she turned around to go get a beer, and then I go flop right on right onto the ground. I landed about, like, 4 feet. I did a 4-foot nosedive and did a flop. But everything turned out okay. And if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here with you, Eric. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's always a reason for everything.
yep,
Always a reason for everything. So yeah.
there you go.
But yeah, getting back to astronomy and
Non-life stories.
not those types of stories. Um, okay, so we're getting closer to the end of. I mean, what do you think? Maybe another 2 weeks before the end
Oh,
of Galaxy season.
we're
We're
almost there.
already,
We're already
yeah,
there, I think.
yeah, we're pretty much there.
The
So
only thing that you got right now is what's left in really Galaxy season until a lot later is all the galaxies in Ursa Major, which are getting really high now. So you're definitely in the transition of
yes,
your regular nice narrow band nebula. You'll start to see Sagittarius rise, and you'll
yeah,
get a lot of people are already shooting Eagle Nebula and stuff like that. So things are coming across now, and sooner or later you'll start to see the rise of the Milky Way,
yep,
and go straight from the teapot in Sagittarius all the way through Cygnus and all the way down. So until it's from mid-northern latitudes, it's literally 70 degrees up. So I mean,
yep.
it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, my thing right now the one thing I do love, and I'm that I do enjoy, especially with the Edge 8 and the 533 combination,
Yep.
is that it's having that square chip, having that 3000 by 3000 resolution.
Yep.
You get that magnification that is great for galaxies or even certain types of nebula. Like, I'm looking forward to. I'm on. I may just keep the Edge on for quite a while longer before I move over to the FLT again, because I want to get M20 solo. Right, getting M20. I mean, if you look and you frame it out, it looks. It takes up the
Yeah, it's
entire
huge. It's huge.
frame. It takes up the entire sensor
And
for M20.
when you get that magnification, you get those awesome Bach globules that are in there,
Yes.
those little black spots in there. It's pretty darn cool. And there are
Yeah.
certain parts of the lagoon
Hmm.
that look really, really, really cool. And
Yeah.
and nothing's stopping you to hit what M8 as well, which is right there.
I mean, right
Um,
there.
so
I,
you
I
get that nice. What's that?
oh, no. Go finish your thought. Finish your thought.
No. It's all right there. There's a bunch of stuff in the Sagittarius star cloud, which is
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. And
So
then
there's a
I'll go back to the FLT 91 because my favorite summer target is going to be coming up. Actually, it's not the FLT. Getting my Rokinon out and getting everything set up with the 135 so I can grab Row or the Blue Horsehead.
I think I said something backwards. I'm sorry. So the Trifid is M20, the Lagoon is M8.
Yeah.
So I think I said, I might, if I said it backwards, I apologize.
That's what I'm looking at. That's going to be my target, especially with the Edge 8 and that 533 is M20, going for the Trifid, because you can look at it if you look on Telescopius or, astronomy tools or what have you, and how it's filled in that sensor. I mean, you can pull it up in Nina and and I build it out there. It looks awesome on, how that would go. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing that that's one target that I definitely am looking forward to grabbing.
So Cherry Springs is coming up, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking about going for some dark nebula in Cherry Springs this year because I just can't. I could get it here, but it's not great. You can't get that brown, from long. You can, but it's a lot of data that's needed.
Right.
So what in 2 weeks is when I'm going. So what dark nebula is up at that time in the middle of June? I haven't looked to see.
The shark is up, I believe.
The shark is up, but I think it's just above the tree line over there. Because I tried to do that last time there. I don't think I was able to get enough time on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be using the FRA400 with the 2600.
Yep.
And that's the plan. Is the snake up?
Snake might be.
Or the seahorse.
The rotten fish may be up as well.
The rotten fish would be good too.
Yeah. I think the rotten fish will be up as well. So yeah, you might. Yeah, there's good. I'm trying to think here. The the seahorse may be up. The rotten fish. I'm thinking here. The dark shark, of course. Gosh.
You never heard of the rotten fish nebula? It's great. Rotten fish nebula. Let's see if I can get a picture of it.
I think I've got one. I gotta look at my Astra bin.
There you go. And there you go. There's the rotten fish. There's the tail.
Yep.
This one looks a little better. There's another one. So that's the rotten fish nebula.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think those are out now or going to be up very soon. If up high enough, I think for you very soon. If they're not up there yet, I think.
All right, so I'll take a look at those three and see. I think I tried the dark shark last party, and it was literally just over the trees, and it just wasn't worth it at that place. If the skies were there, it's just that the horizon wasn't.
Right. I mean, here, this is when I'm talking about M20. I'll share my screen here real quick.
Go.
Why I enjoy this. Let me go to entire screen and share. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is. I mean, to grab that would be. I mean, to get the globulars in here. I mean, that would just be awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just the entire, to get you to fit, you're basically just fitting the entire, Trifid in here, but yeah, this is why I like the combination of the 533 with the Edge 8, and it'd be really interesting to see if the because with the 533, if I had a 9 1/4, that would be crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah, gotta
the
get that 9 1/4.
Yes. At some point I will. Maybe
Hopefully I'll be a Celestron dealer by then.
yeah, hopefully. You never know. But yeah, it'll be yeah. The 9 1/4 is the Goldilocks. So at some point, maybe.
Dude, we got to do picture of the week.
Oh gosh, yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah, we got to do picture of the week. Shoot, I totally forgot about that. I hope you guys voted, because voting closed 13 minutes ago. So I hope you. I think we forgot to say something, but voting closed at 9:30. So.
Yep.
Let's see. So we'll get
Oh
that
God,
rolling.
get me out of the main screen. You're looking at the back of my freaking bar and everything, and all of my crap.
Goodness. So sorry. There you go.
Oh, hey, it's my space. I don't give a care.
There you go. So let's see. Image of the week, right? So let's see what we got here. AstroWorld telescope.
Yeah, I know, Mike. And you know what's crazy? I built the bar, and I don't drink. I'm not much of a drinker. But it was, but with the pillar, but the way my house is built with the beams and the pillars, it's like, what am I going to do with this space? So I built the bar around it.
Now you got to build the AstroWorld studio around that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get these pictures up here. There we go.
Yeah, I don't see a beer tap.
My brother put a kegerator underneath his bar.
Yeah.
Freaking sick. All right. So let's see.
Now you gotta build a Christmas tree shrine.
There you go.
There it is. No, how do I not drink? I drink, but it was because of the Navy is why I don't drink anymore.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I would have been sure shore leave would have gotten you drunk every now and then. But
God, yeah, I got into a few things.
Little kerfuffles.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
All right. Well, we won't get into Eric's
you don't want to get in there in my
Eric's MP days. So
yes. Yeah, we don't.
But
anyway.
So we got pictures of the week here. So here are the nominees. We got Josh with M51. We got the NGC 7000. You got the North American.
Yep.
By Tom Peter.
Peter.
Then you got M91, and I don't see a name on this one. And there's only 12 votes.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what we got to do. I don't know what we can do. We got. I don't know what we're going to do.
And don't forget to vote for Pictures of the Month. Picture of the Month is open now. You got AZ4 Runner. You got Dave Schaefer.
Yep.
You got Dave Schaefer again.
Yeah, Dave Schaefer again.
Flaming Skull.
Yep.
And Dave Schaefer again. And Josh. So you got 3 for Dave. 1, 2.
No, I wasn't an MP or an SP or anything like that. I just got.
You got taken away by the MPs.
Yeah, I just patrol. I just got into trouble a lot.
That happens.
Not a lot.
All right, so let's see who won week ending June 2nd with a whopping 12 votes. Here we go. Image of the week goes to
M91.
M91. There you go. M91 with 7 out of the 12 votes, followed by Tom Peter and Josh Kovac. So congrats to whoever that may be. I don't know who that is. M91. Who is that? Was there a...
Oh, Chris. Chris says the M91 is mine.
Oh, it's Chris?
Congrats then, my man.
There you go, Chris.
There you go.
There you go. That's the M91. Congrats to Chris.
Well done.
And guys, girls, please vote. Vote. I mean, we need more votes. We were getting over 100 votes at one point. I don't know what happened, and I don't know who super rigged it to get 100 votes, but
Bloodstone did.
Bloodstone did, right? But even after that, even after I told them to stop, we were getting over 40.
Yeah, we were getting still some good numbers.
You know, so let's everybody, let's get more voting. Congratulations to Chris. Nice job. That's a beautiful shot, man. You got all those nice little galaxies are all over the place. It's amazing. So nice shot with that. You did a great job not blowing out the core, and the detail is just great. So great job.
Yeah. I mean, that's with an Edge 8 and a 1600. So
yep,
very well done. Very, very well done.
Yep, and 13 hours worth of data.
Yep.
And we also got a giveaway to do. We'll do the giveaway for the Pics Inside class. There we go, Master Pics Insight. So, so the last thing that we gave away, what was the last thing we gave away?
It was
wasn't it the $50 gift certificate to Woodland Hills?
Yes, that was last Friday.
All right, so we're going to give away two things tonight because that person's email is not working.
Okay.
So we're still going to give away the $50 for Woodland Hills tonight and the Pics Insight class. So we'll do the Pics Insight class first, and then we'll do the Woodland Hills, okay? Let me get my trusty pen out so I can write this down.
Make sure if you're going to sign up for these giveaways, make sure you have a valid email address.
Please, because you will not get it. If it comes back undeliverable, I spin it again. So
spin it again.
So here we go. Next Masters of Pics Insight class.
MOP.
The MOP winner of the day is Christian. I'll say Christian Sensic. Sounds good. So Christian, we will send you an email. PSENCIKMOP. There we go. So congratulations to Christian, and we will get that email out to you. If you're watching, great. If not, you'll still get an email. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the Woodland Hills.
Yes.
Woodland Hills. Where is it?
Yeah, bottom.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Woodland Hills. Here we go. $50 to Woodland Hills. Oh, Senthil. Just missed Senthil.
Yeah.
Dominic
Zaucha.
Congratulations, Dominic. That is for Woodland Hills Camera and Telescope. There we go. So congratulations to the winners. And if it gets kicked back, then we will spin it again. And sooner, probably July, there will be a new giveaway in July, and it will be a $50 gift certificate to AstroWorld telescopes. So we will be doing another giveaway for that.
Hey, Dave Schaefer was just saying, you got to do a $50 gift certificate to AstroWorld telescopes. Guess
what? We will.
Yeah.
And you know what? In all fairness, I do have some I guess legal obligation to finish with the other dealers that I have before I came with the dealers. So I do have to they're giving us money, so may as well. And you know what? In all fairness, I won't have everything that you want. You might have to go, I'd hate to send you to Woodland Hills or Camera Concepts, but you know what? If they have it and I don't, I understand. It's going to happen.
That's it. Can't always have everything, maybe.
Nope. Yeah, I'll put that up this weekend so you guys all can sign up for the new giveaway. So you can do that. 100 AWT bucks.
$100. No, $100.
Maybe if I start making some money.
Yeah. And around Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. buy your AstroWorld solar glasses. Buy those. There you go. Those are going quick, man. Let me tell you, they're going quick.
Nice.
You know, for $10, you know, you get 4 of them.
Charity, just send me $50 worth of Astro World TV bumper stickers. I'll put them on the street lights.
Nice. The irony. Oh, the horror.
Oh boy.
All right. Good show, man.
No, great show. Great show.
No problem, Dave. You got it. And you know, you could always hit me up. All you guys and girls out there, you know, you could hit either one of us up on email and ask you questions. Either Dan or Eric at AstroWorld Web, and Peter too has Peter at AstroWorldWeb.com. So you know,
And
you
also don't forget, utilize Discord as well.
Yeah.
Utilize our Discord server. Drop some lines in there, questions. If we can't answer them, you know, the other people that are members and that are, you know, of our Discord channel and on the server, I'm sure they'll be able to help if they have that information or knowledge, because that's how, you know, our crew rolls like that, helping out each other, you know. So yeah, you know, don't forget using Discord, you know, take advantage of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, the Discord channel is great, and you know, there's I think 128 people on there now, if I remember right. But you know, it's just getting bigger. It's getting slow, but it's getting bigger. But there's a lot of great information out there, and there's a core group of guys and girls out there that really contribute to the channel. So I got to say thank you to the people out there. Thank you to Ernie. Thank you to Dave. Thank you to Mark. I know I'm going to miss people that are in the chat. So, but you know, who else is on the chat? Chris is on the chat a lot. Mike is on the chat a lot. So, if I miss somebody, let me know. You know, but you know, all you people that are helping the channels grow, I can only say thanks. Appreciate it. It means a lot. It means a lot. So. Anyway, all right.
All right.
Any final thoughts there, Mr. Eric?
No. I think again, thanks to everyone who you know, joined us and who are, you know, so awesome to come on and hang out with us every week. You know, every Wednesday and Friday, and hang out with us, and me, you, Pete, and Jesse when she's on, and everybody else. Yeah, just don't forget, you know, absolutely Hulk smash that, you know, that like button if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, do not forget to give us, before you leave, give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. All we ask is for a thumbs up or a like, you know, and then in turn we give you guys all this kind of cool stuff and content. So really appreciate it. And yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. You know, I'm looking forward to my weekend because I'm off for until Thursday.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a good thing. You need the time off, man. And you know, I'll be heading up to Cherry Springs, weather permitting, probably Thursday night. I think it's the 15th or 16th, something like that, whatever that Thursday is. So I'll be heading up on that. And you know, I wasn't able to do live because it was all spotty up there, but I will be able to do some recordings. I'll bring my little camera and everything and all that.
Cool.
And I think I'm going to be meeting up again with the gentleman from the Narrowband channel, and we're going to be collaborating on a video or something, and hopefully we could get together. I know he'll be there, so he was a good time with him at NEAF while meeting him. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
If you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. Go check out the Narrowband channel. It's got many subscribers. Go check it out. Really good stuff. All right. And who said that? Who said that? In what movie?
I know it's Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
It was like one of his first ones.
It was his first one.
Yeah, I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. Gosh.
Dazed and confused.
Yes. No, it was McConaughey.
Yep. Dazed and confused. Yep. Dave got it. Yep. All I know is that I'm looking this weekend to go see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm looking forward to seeing that this weekend. So,
Nice.
I'm
Enjoy
hoping,
it, man.
yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm a big Indiana fan. So, but
Yeah.
all right, fellas and ladies and gents, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on another night of AstroWorld TV. Glad we could get some really good conversation going on regarding the alto, the giotto, flats, crazy long dovetails, and brain tumors. So, that being said, hey, everybody have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy yourself. See if you get some imaging done. And if anybody has any dark nebula targets that are above, I guess, 30 degrees that are going higher because we are in a tree valley, hit me up on email at dan@astroweb and send me an email. What's up, George? But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun as long as the weather cooperates. It's gonna be fun because if it's not 2 days of solid imaging, I'm not gonna make a 7-hour trip to go there. But
Don't blame you. Don't blame you.
hopefully the weather will be fine here and I can image here and won't get dark nebula, but I can do something else. But
There you go.
all right, everybody. Well, have a good night, everybody. Take care. Remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Wednesday night, right?
Wednesday
Wednesday night. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.